So let's go ahead and see how the Pixel 8 Pro and its Tyson 3 Gen stands up against the new Snapdragon 8 3rd Gen. Let's start off with just a power up on both of them. Got to remember where the power button is because they're different. They're swapped, the power and the volume. Press them both in, get them both going, and there they go. We'll see who powers up first. My bet is on the Snapdragon because, as we know, the Snapdragon performs better than the Pixel in most performances. Although we're looking at it's getting, Pixel is starting. Nope, there goes the Snapdragon booted up first. So we'll go ahead, well, maybe not. Well, you just have to review that in slow motion and see. So now it's entering my passcode, get them both going. All right, now I got them both booted in, loaded up. Let's go ahead and first off make sure that there is nothing running in the background. No, it won't even open up. There's nothing going on in the background. So we look at the two phones, and I've went ahead and created a file with some test apps. We'll go ahead and open it up on both. So we're gonna run through each of these apps. We're gonna see how it performs and then just talk about it. So first thing we're gonna do is this Geekbench. Now I'll get it started, and after we get it started, it opened up first on the Snapdragon. We'll go ahead and run it, and then I'll speed through it because these are gonna take a while. And once we get to the end, we'll go ahead and look at the different test scores. Now we see here the S24 is zipping through this test a little faster than the Pixel. Again, the Snapdragon is a faster chip as far as we know, and it benchmarked higher. Let's see how much higher. So there you have it, test done. You can see that the Snapdragon performs a little better, actually quite a bit better. 2261 in the single core and 1747 in the single core on the Pixel. And then double the multi-core, you got 6993 versus 4321. That's quite a huge difference. Now that's on the Android side of things. If you throw in an iPhone 15, for example, it has the A16 chip in it. It does about 2500 on the single core, but only 6300 or 6400 in the multi-core. So this is one test when Android finally surpasses the iPhone in one of these benchmarks. But now let's look and see what this benchmark really means with performance of these phones. So we're done with this test. Let's go ahead and close it out. Let's go ahead and make sure that there is nothing open in these things. Close out all. This one, I'll close out all. Then we're gonna start with a blank slate. And let's go ahead and go up to my testing folder once again. And we're gonna open up. Let's go with Amazon. Let's see which one beats what. I'm gonna try to keep my hands out of the way as much as possible. And it looks like the Samsung won on that one. It came in first. Let's go ahead and try the next test. Let's go with YouTube. Let's open up YouTube. And it looked like maybe the Pixel just a little bit faster. You can slow-mo this, turn it around, watch it again, and check me on that. And then we've got here, I've got a Bible app. I'm gonna open it up. All the Bible. I think it opened up first on the Samsung. You know, it's really hard to tell when you're sitting here doing this stuff. We're focused on getting my hands out of the way. Let's look at the calendar. Ooh, calendar, see who opens up first. It was close, but I think again, the Samsung just barely, you know, these are the differences we're seeing between the two chips. Not night and day. They're just really, really close. Now let's go ahead and open up something like, this is a DS file. The DS file is to my server. This gives these things a direct link to my server so I can see my files. Let's see how quickly, that was about the same. They open about the same. They're on the same network, so it should be close to the same, so that's pretty good. And let's go ahead and, this is just a file manager. Open that up, and they should open up about the same. There you go. And through this file manager, I can also go to my cloud server. There it is. About the same speed. There we go. And then let's go ahead and open up another, let's go to Instagram. Let's open up Instagram, see how it does on both. I think it went a little faster on the, yes it did. Got the same video, so that helped us tell. Open up faster on the Samsung. Let's go ahead and open up Home Depot app. I use Home Depot quite a bit. There we go. And they're both still looking. And the Samsung just barely beat it. So let's go ahead and go to Temple Run. Let's look at a game. Open up the game. Looks like it's opening faster on the Samsung. Yep, it sure did. It opened up a bit faster there. And let's just start a new game. Let it run in the background. So they both run about the same. They both look about the same. Although this is a 1080p screen versus a higher, I think it's considered actually a 2K on the Pixel. Final app, let's open up X right here. And open up faster on the Pixel. I don't know why, it could just be in the pages it did, but there you go. Now let's go ahead and go back around the wagon and see, make sure that they all maintain them. Let's see, open up Geekbench. They both kind of restarted that one. Oh, that's because I didn't open it up this round, I don't know. And let's see, they both retain Amazon, they sure did. And then we got 8 gigs of RAM here versus, what is it, 12 here. So there's a difference in RAM as well. So you'd think that the Pixel would actually hold more in memory than the Samsung. Let's go to the next one. Looks like they're both keeping everything open, which is good. So no problems there. Oh no, this one had to restart. I think this one did too. You guys will have to catch me on that. I think they both probably restarted that. Okay, they both kept my server open. And let's see if they both stayed on the server in this one. They sure did. And let's go to Instagram. Yep, they're both still going. A lot of kids like to dance on Instagram. Home Depot, they both stayed open there. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with RAM. Was that just a preview that it was doing? I don't know. Resume, they're both going. But they both opened it up. And then the last thing, the X, they both stayed there. So they don't have any problem with holding their programs open. They got enough RAM. Even the 8 gigs versus the 12, you're still doing good with the performance of both of these phones. So as far as opening and closing apps, they're really close. So you're not going to get any better performance, I don't think, out of one or the other. Now, when you actually play the games, that may be different. Someone will also have to tell you that. I do want to take a look at something here and show you guys. I have this pin right here that I bought on Amazon. It is run by power and it works on both of these phones. Matter of fact, it even works on the Z Fold on the cover. This is a really nice pin, and which I found surprising, it works on the inside. There's no warning. Use any other pins, you get a warning. That's pretty good. This pin's on Amazon for I think 19, 20 bucks. I'll leave a link down below for this pin. I really like this, but I won't need it for this next test. I'm just going to show you something. How do these things work as far as AI goes? We'll get more deeper into the AI in another video, but I just want to give you a sampling here. So you can see that the chipset, the performance, those tests don't really tell us a lot. It's more about what you are going to do with the device and what you get. I have a photo here of my grandson, and I have it in both of them if I can find him here. Let's see, where is he? He's in here somewhere. There we go. This is the photo of my grandson, one of my grandsons, and we were in a hurry. We were leaving and they wanted to get a picture of him real quick in here, so we didn't really account for much. And yes, it's a lousy shot. It was taken with my Z Fold and taken from quite a big difference, zoomed in a bit. So it didn't come out really well, but I didn't even take into consideration the shadow or anything, so it looks horrible. All right, let's go ahead and do some photo editing. We'll use this AI in both of these things. Let's start off with removing that 10-month icon here. And what you're gonna do on the Samsung is you go to Edit, and then this 4 square thing, you click on it, gives you your editing tools. Then here you have this object eraser. Let's open it up. It tries to guess what you want to erase first. Didn't guess anything, so you circle it. I really like this dotted image. It shows you exactly what you circled. You hit erase, and it's gonna try to erase it. And it looks kind of like a blob. It didn't do really well here. Let's see how we do on the Pixel. On the Pixel, you can go to Edit as well, And then you go to Tools, and under Tools, you have the same Magic Eraser. I believe it's the same tool doing the same thing. Just trying to get some suggestions. It couldn't find anything. So let's go ahead and on this, let's go ahead and circle it. I gotta turn the pin on. There we go. Let's go ahead and circle it here and see what it's gonna do. Okay, it selects it and it erases it. They're about the same. Got the same ugly blur. Didn't really do much. Okay, but I believe it's using the same AI engine to do this. Now,
let's check out the new feature of erasing the shadows. As you can see here, this is poorly done. You got the shadow in his face. So let's do Object Eraser, and look at that. The Samsung gives you an option to erase the shadow. Look at that, it did really good. But you notice it only erased half the shadow. You still have this other half. So as you can see, it lightened up his face. It looks pretty good there. You can actually see him better without the shadow. And of course, you just got some remnants of the old shadow and half the shadow up here. So there you have it. Now let's go over to the Pixel. The Pixel does not have shadow eraser, but it has something different that works really well. If you go here and you look at the tools, you can have this thing called Portrait Light right there. Hit the Portrait Light, watch, you see his face just lit up. It automatically suggested a percentage. You can go all the way, lighten up everything, but it brightened up his shirt a little bit. So I'm gonna go back down. So let's stay around 75, that's 75, 76, that looks good. Brighten it up, so it looks pretty good. Now you can see his face, and you can see it before and after. So you hold this down, look how dark his face is, and it lightens it up. So that's pretty good. And if you want to go a little wider, you can. So I'm just gonna say right there at 91. So there you go. They both have their own way of dealing with the shadows. You can zoom in a little bit. I like the fact that I can see his face a little more here, and it doesn't make the shadow look kind of funky. You got half a shadow over here. Here you got the whole shadow in the background, but his face is lit up. So I kind of like that. So to each his own, you decide on your own which is better. So as you can see there, they both do the job. They both perform really well. Today was basically on performance. There are a lot more editing tools available on both phones. We didn't go cover those today, but we will cover those on another video and compare the two with their AI editing. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like down below, and while you're there, subscribe if you haven't already for more content, because we're going to do a lot more tests on both phones, and we're even going to throw in the iPhone on some of these tests as well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless.